I am Bijal Kansara, Assistant Professor from Electrical Engineering Department of Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Technical Education and Research Center, Navsari. In this video, we will discuss our chapter number 4, Enlightened Self-Interest and Collaboration at the Work. Now, definition of enlightened self-interest. Enlightened self-interest is a way to create a good for self and good for all at the same time, including teammates, bosses, customers, and organization. Contributors think in enlightened self-interest. Now, unlighted self-interest. In unlighted self-interest, most of all the persons get according to their own selfishness. He or she is not concentrate about the impact, either impact positive or negative on the other person, so that the group suffer loss as a result of conflict, decreases efficiency because of lack of cooperation. Now, contributor think in this enlightened self-interest. I would like to take a real example of Anna Hazare. He has been a great contributor to the society. He initiated a change for betterment and upliftment of the society. He initiated a Lokpal Bill movement for the betterment of our country, India. The main reason behind the Lokpal Bill was to eradicate corruption from our country. He went on hunger strike to force the government to accept the bill. He had a vision of corrupt-free India for the younger generation to come. Now, take example of non-contributor. One example I would like to quote for a official is that of Mr. Suresh Kalmadi. Although he might have worked hard for the Commonwealth Games, but still there was a lot of negative points that were revealed at a later stage. He, with the support of a few other people, did many things which were not in the welfare of the society. There was a huge expense which was done during a Commonwealth Game, but the same was actually not utilized for that, or rather the way it was utilized was not proper. This created a wrong image in the eyes of the foreign players about us as the game at an international level. The incidents saw to a great the act of Kalmadi as a non-contributor team member. Example on a sports. Team spirit Sachin on 194 and shown by the innings are a Sachin. He walked declared by a captain without any complaints. When it comes to a team spirit, one cannot forget Team India's jumbo, Mr. Anil Kumble. While playing a test against the West Indies, he broke his jaw. Yet he come on field next day and bowled with the same passion. He also got wicket of legendary batsman Brian Lara on the very same day. Now another example, Harbhajan Srishan Slapgate. The picture shows Harbhajan and Srishan during an IPL match. Harbhajan had slapped Srishan when Mumbai Indian team lost against Kings 11 Punjab. It was definitely not in spirit of the game. Now take example of the Matki Fort. The picture shows a perfect example of a teamwork. The example of a Matki Fort, to reach the Matki, which is a very high, coordination and concentration of every person is required. Now another story for a teamwork or team collaboration is that an old farmer, three sons were quarreling for the property. The farmer gave a stick to his youngest son to break it, and he broke it. Now, farmer gave a bundle of stick to his eldest son to break it, but he failed. Then farmer taught them the value of unity. He said that the single stick is easily broken by anyone, but bundle of stick is not possible to break easily. So he gave example of or value of unity to his son. Now, why enlightened self-interest is important? If human being did not have an inherent will to protect themselves and further their own interests, they would not survive. Knowing what is in your interest will help you get what is a best for you and avoid what is a harmful. It will keep you moving towards your goal and ensure that your goals are the right one for the you. But you had a better simultaneously take into account the interests of the others. Getting people to have a positive feelings towards you is a good idea. They will be more likely to treat you well and less likely to harm you. Contributing to their welfare will encourage them to contribute to your welfare. Contributing to the development and survival of the society in which you live will mean a better environment in which you pursue your interests. If you acknowledge that self interest is inherent in your nature, you will feel less guilty about looking after yourself. If you acknowledge that altruistic behavior is in your interests, you will be more likely to cooperate with the others. If you do both, everyone gains. Now, this topic will discuss by using concept exploration. Exploration 1. Non-contributors are worried only about their narrow role in the total picture. He or she think that why should I do this? This is not my work. The other department are always taking advantage of our department. This type of thinking of non-contributor. But contributor are focused on a big picture. He or she think that if we can support each other, then the company can deliver a superior product in a less cost and a less time. The goal is to satisfy the customer. I am quite happy to help do what is needed to achieve that goal. This is a difference of a thinking level between a non-contributor and a contributor. Now, concept exploration 2. Non-contributors give a respect to only a selected few. He is a non-contributor thinks that for their higher position person, he is in higher position, so I must behave respectfully to only him. And for the lower categories, lower post person, he think that he is a junior officer. I can treat him in any way that I want. But non-contributor give a respect to all the team members, higher and lower positions members, all the members. It does not what the person's position or qualification is. All people are to be treated respectfully because they are the first and foremost human beings. All the human beings are same for the contributors. Now, exploration 3. Non-contributors think win-lose condition, but the contributors think win-win situation. Non-contributors think that my team goals have to be met. Why should I care about negative consequences for other teams and a department? Let me somehow sell this product, even if the customer does not need it and will be wasting a money. Non-contributor think for only for herself or himself, but contributor think for all the persons. Contributors think how to achieve my team goals and also ensure there are no negative consequences for other teams. How to make sure that I act in a manner that it is a beneficial both to the company and the customer. Explanation number 4. Non-contributors do not take into account the concern of all the stakeholders. They focus on their own interest alone. Non-contributors said that, sir, by your project, so many of us villagers will become a homeless. Non-contributors say that, why should the company worry about the fate of a villagers who are going to displaced by this project? Somebody has to lose in the world. Sorry, I can't do anything about them, he told to that villager. But the contributors take into account the concerns of all the stakeholders. He or she thinks that how to make sure that a project takes into a consideration the concern of all the stakeholders. Let us work out a solution together. Sir, this project will displace many villagers. We need to see how to address their concern. So this is a thinking difference of the non-contributors and a contributor. Now a concept application example number 1 story. On battlefield over 200 years ago, a small group of exhausted battle-weary soldiers were digging an obviously important defensive position. The section leader made no effort to help. Faster, finish within an hour or else. A stranger on a horseback comes riding by. He say that, why are you not helping? Then the section leader say that, I am in charge. The men do as I tell them. Help them yourself if you feel so strongly about it. The section leader surprised. The stranger dismounted and helped the man until the job was finished. Before leaving, the stranger congratulated the men for their work. The stranger approached the puzzled section leader. You should notify top command next time your rank prevents you from supporting your men. On going closer, the section leader recognized a stranger as a George Washington went on become a first president of a United States of America. Now application example number 2. A corn farmer had been winning a contest for the best produce year after a year. A reporter interviewed him. What is a secret of your bumper produce of such a good quality corn year after a year? Then farmer replied, you won't believe it, but it is because I share my corn seed with my neighbors. Then reporter thinks that, why do you do that? After all, your neighbors also enter the same contest every year. They are your competitors. Then the farmer say that, oh no, I stand to gain from this. The wind carries a pollen of a ripe corn from one crop to the other. If my neighbors cultivate an inferior quality corn, then the quality of my yield will also go down. But if they have a good corn in their fields, then through cross pollination my corn grows well. Conclusion is that people should try to follow their enlightened self-interest, and one should prefer a long-term interest over a short-term one, helping each other to help ourselves. In every transaction, if one operates with the win loss attitude, then one cannot collaborate with anybody. By operating out of a deep enlightened self interest, contributors are able to account for all stakeholders in complex real world situations. Swami Vivekananda disliked small minded and fearful selfishness. He wanted us to be a large, unselfish, and therefore free and bold in all our dealing with the world. Thank you.